Good morning, students. How do you do? How do you do? How do you do means how are you? This is the another type of greetings when you meet anybody very first time in the day. So you can ask them how are you, or you can also ask like how do you do? So you can reply, sir, I am fine, absolutely fine, sir, I am fine, and how about you? How are you? You can start with the greetings. Okay. Now in this lecture number 3, in chapter number 1, the hot rice plate. Okay, we had done the explanation part. I hope that you have gone through the chapter at least 5 times. Why 5 times? Because to learn the full story, remember all the incidents which had happened in this chapter. Why? Because don't depend on the questions which are given in the textbook, because in any test or in any exam we give you 20% of the questions which are memory based, which are not given in your exercise, means extra questions from the middle of any of your chapter. So that's why you need to revise the chapter again and again. Okay, why? That's because we want to learn the language English, not this chapter. Our focus, our motto, our aim is to learn the language. We want the command on this language English. So if you want the command on that language, you need to be very what you should say, you should do the practice. Okay, the more you practice, the more you will have the command over this language. So I hope that you have written the word meanings in table format. Okay, after the word meanings we have also underlined some hard words, okay, with the pencil. So these hard words we have written in the form of dictation words. So first thing is word meaning, second thing is dictation words. Now let's move. Okay, the third thing is tick the correct answer. Tick the correct answer. These are the optional question answers that you need to note down after the dictation words. Now we are coming towards the question answers. This exercise B. Answer these questions on page number 5. Page number 5, and answer this question, exercise B. Now we are going to discuss this question answer. I am not going to write these question answers on the board. Why? Because during the question answers, it is not so visible on the on your mobile or any instrument, and it is very means painful for your eyes also. So that's why I have decided that the all written question answers I will provide in the form of PDF file. PDF file, and I will attach that PDF file along with this video. You can download it from the description box, or I will provide you the same PDF file in your WhatsApp group, so that you can use that PDF file on any big screen like computer, laptop, and it is very easy to note down from there. So that's why I'm not putting the question answers on the board. I don't want to give the stress on your eyes. Okay. Or the second method you can use, that if you have printer or if you have a nearby shop, you can go take that printout, and then you can easily copy it down in your CW notebook. Okay, so I will provide you that PDF in your class group. Now let's move towards the exercise B, that is answer these questions on page number 5. Okay, so let's discuss this question answers. Now question number 1, who was Chanakya? Who was Chanakya? If you remember, if you have gone through this chapter, so in the beginning of that chapter you might have seen here on very first paragraph or in the second paragraph, He was an acharya and an economist and is believed to be the author of Arthashastra. Arthashastra is a name of a famous book, ancient book. Okay, so he was believed to be the author. Author means the writer of that book. So who is he here? Chanakya. All these things are mentioned for the Chanakya. So how do you prepare the answer? How can you make the answer? You can make the answer. The question is who was Chanakya? So you can start the answer like Chanakya was the Acharya and the chief advisor to the king. Just you can see here in the next line, he was also the chief advisor to the king. So to summarize this answer, how can you summarize? You can join these two lines. He was an Acharya and the chief advisor to the king Chandragupta. He was chief advisor to the king Chandragupta. And if you want to extend your answer, enlarge your answer, you can also add something that he is an economist and he is believed to be the author, means the writer of a famous book, Arthashastra. So like that, likewise that you can make the answers. Okay, did you understand? Let's move to the question number 2. What is the name of his famous book? Just we have seen what is the name of his famous book. How do you note the full answer? Means you can take the help of question itself. Means some of the lines, means some of the words you can take from the questions. So that how to begin the answer. Means you can leave these first two words. What is? Then leave this. Now start the answer. The name of his famous book is. The name of his famous book is. Now you can write the name. Arthashastra. The meaning, the spelling of the Arthashastra we have learned in the dictation words already. So how to spell it correctly, you can learn from the dictation. Now Arthashastra. It is given on the page number 1. So it is very easy. Students, it's very easy to find out the answer. If you have gone through this chapter at least 5 times, nothing is difficult. Easily you can make the answers. You can search yourself, and some of the students are already have sent me on the WhatsApp. Even though I have not described the answers, but they have sent it me. So likewise you can also do this. But don't worry, I am providing you the written notes also. Okay. This time you just focus here and try to understand. Okay. Now question number 3. Describe the relationship between Chanakya and Chandragupta. Okay. There were two persons. Okay. One is Chanakya and one is Chandragupta. So how they were related to each other? You can see in the picture, he is the teacher, okay, who is standing here. He is the teacher Chanakya and he is his disciple. Disciple means student, Shishya. He was the disciple, the king Chandragupta. Who was disciple? King Chandragupta was disciple, and who was teacher? Who was Acharya? Chanakya was Acharya. Okay. Now, what is the relation? So you can write the answer by yourself that Chanakya was an Acharya and the chief advisor to the king Chandragupta. That is so simple. Means it is the relation. Chanakya is teacher, or you can say in the other manner that Chandragupta was the disciple of Chanakya. Both things are same. Whatever you feel or suitable for you, you can write the answer. So the easy answer is that Chanakya was an Acharya and the chief advisor to the king Chandragupta. Okay, this is so simple. Next question. Question number 4. What happened when Chandragupta started to eat the rice quickly? What happened? What happened to Chandragupta when he started to eat the rice quickly. You know why he was eager to eat up all the rice at once, means why he was making so hurry? You know, because his teacher Chanakya said him or told him that when you finish or as soon as you finish your meal, I am giving you a good advice or good suggestion that how can you defeat your enemy. And since he was very much eager to know the plan, what is the plan in the mind of his teacher, that's why he started eating the rice so quickly. He wanted to finish the meal. But what happened during this time when he started eating the rice quickly, very fastly? So what happened? If you memorize, if you remember the story, recall the story, what happened? So let's come to the page number 2. Yes, page number 2, the second last paragraph. If you see, if you read this paragraph, recall this paragraph. The rice was so hot that Chandragupta found it difficult to even pick up. Pick up means to take the rice in his hand and to bring it up to mouth. So that is called pick up. Even pick up to the rice, let alone eat it. Means he wanted to eat, but when he started picking up the hot rice, it was very much difficult to pick up the rice in his bare hands, bare fingers. So what happened? In his attempt to eat the hot rice quickly, he burnt. He burnt. Burnt means when the anything is very hot, if we touch it, we feel it very painful. Means we burnt our skin. So he burnt his fingers and mouth. What happened? So that is the incident which happened with the Chandragupta. So you can make the answer from this line that, what is the question? You can take the help of questions also. What happened when Chandragupta started to eat rice quickly? So half of the answer you can start, you can begin with the question itself. Just like leave these two words in the question, just like what and happened, these two words, leave it. Now we start our answer from here. When Chandragupta started to eat the rice quickly, now come to this line. Quickly, he burnt his fingers and mouth. That is how to make the answers. When Chandragupta started eating hot rice quickly, he burned his fingers and mouth. That's all. That is what it is asked in this question. Next. How did Chanakya link? Link means relate. Link means just like bridge. Bridge, if you take the example of a bridge on the river, it links, it connects the two banks of the rivers, the two different sides of the rivers. So that is what link. Okay, no need to describe. Link means like a bridge. Bridge links the two corners or two sides of the river. So that's how. How did Chanakya link eating a plate of hot rice? One thing is eating a plate of hot rice, and the second thing is with defeating enemies on the battlefield. The one thing is defeating the enemy, and the second thing is to eat the hot rice plate. These two are different incidents. But how did Chanakya relate these two things? How did Chanakya establish a link between these two different processes? What is the similarity? That is the question. How did Chanakya relate one thing with other thing with the help of example? So that is we need to explain what exactly Chanakya wanted to tell Chandragupta. So how can we describe that? Hmm. If you come to page number 3 here in the first paragraph, Chandragupta tried this and found that the rice at the sides was much cooler and easier to eat. So the emperor was able to eat the rice fast. That is the solution first he found in this first problems, means how to eat the rice quickly. That was the problem, and his teacher suggested him to eat the rice from the corners, from the edges, and when he tried it, he found it easier. So this is the first solution. Now the same method can be applied to defeat his enemy. So how did Chanakya linked these two different things? So that answer is going to be a long answer type question, because we need to explain these two things and the relation also. So how can we explain it, or how can we try to explain it? When Chandragupta started eating rice from the corners or the edges, he found it easier or cooler and easier to eat the rice from the corners. Similarly, his teacher Chanakya advised him to observe or watch their enemies carefully, find their weak points, and attack on the weak points first, then gradually or slowly proceed towards the strongholds. First attack on the weak points, then gradually come to the strongholds. So how that is how he relate the one thing to other thing. The written answer I will provide you in the written format, so you can copy it down from there. But till then, try to understand. Next question. Question number 6. List 5 adjectives that can be used to describe Chanakya. Now, before telling the answer of this question, let me ask you something which is related to the grammar portion in 4th class. If you have gone through in the 4th class the grammar, you must have read nouns, pronouns, adjectives, adverbs, preposition, conjunction, interjection, and all these things. The parts of speech, I think you have learned it very much. But I wanted to recall you. Again, remember those things. In those things, noun, pronoun, and adjective. The third one was adjectives. That is the same asked here, adjectives. So first we recall what is adjective. Adjectives are the words which describes the nouns, or which qualifies the nouns, which shows the quality of the nouns. Noun means any person, place, or thing, or animal. So the words which describes or qualifies any person, place, or thing, this type of words or this type of quality, they are called adjectives. So means in this question we are asked the 5 qualities of Chanakya. Any 5 qualities of Chanakya which was described already in this chapter. Okay, so what are those 5 qualities? The quality words which are used for Chanakya. So just like he was wise, he was intelligent, but intelligent word is not used in this chapter, so we cannot take. Wise word is also not used here. But clever word is used here. The wise and clevers are similar to each other. Both are related to mind qualities. But wise is not used, but clever word is used here. So whatever quality word means adjective is used here in the chapter, we need to take out from the chapter, and we need to put in this answer. So what they wanted from us, they wanted that we should tell five qualities. Adjective means qualities. Five qualities of Chanakya to which can describe him exactly. So let's come to the page number 1 again. In the second paragraph and third paragraph, you will find some qualities of Chanakya. So we need to find the words, only adjectives which are used to describe Chanakya. So how would you start the answer? You can begin the answer with the question that the five adjectives that can be used to describe Chanakya are. Okay. Not copy the full question in your answer. You start your answer. Five adjectives that can be used to describe Chanakya are. Now dash. Now we can note down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 number wise so that we can count it 5 qualities. Now, first quality or first word which is used to describe Chanakya is Acharya. He was also at the post of Acharya. So Acharya is a word which is used to describe Chanakya, that he is the teacher of Chandragupta. Second word, economist. Now who is economist? Just like the person who is very good at mathematics, so we call them mathematician. Okay, someone who is very good knowledgeable and who has the good command on science. So what do we call them? Scientist. Scientist means the person who is good professional at science subject. Okay, so this type of qualities. So economist is also a person who is a specialist of the subject economics. The subject name is economics. Okay, the spelling is CS, economics, and economist, the end of the spelling is ST, economist. Economics, it is a subject, and economist is a person who is expert in this subject. That person is expert in this subject. So this is the difference of the slight spelling. Now one more word is used, economist. So that can be described used to describe Chanakya also. So one is Acharya, second is economist, then third is author. Author means the person who writes a book on any topic. So he has written a book on the topic Arthashastra, economics. In English we call it economics, in Hindi we call it Arthashastra. Arth means money. Shastra means the book containing the knowledge regarding money. So Arthashastra. Author is the third word which is used to describe Chanakya. So this is the adjective. Fourth, chief advisor. Okay, there are so many advisors in the court of Chandragupta, but he was chief advisor. Chief advisor means main advisor, the senior advisor. Okay, so chief advisor is also there, the fourth quality word, fourth adjective. Now fifth adjective you can see in the next paragraph, extremely clever. Extremely means very clever, intelligent. He was very clever. So extremely clever is also adjective, or you can write only clever, that is also correct. So these are the 5 adjective words which are used to describe Chanakya. So is there any difficulty to solve these answers, to solve these questions and write the answers? I think no difficulty. But don't depend only on these question answers. Now what is the homework I am giving you? The homework you need to do, I am giving you the homework on the basis of your creativity. Creativity means something you do creative. Creative means by your own. If you have gone through this chapter at least 5 times, I believe that you can at least make 5 questions along with their answers, 5 questions and their answer, and note it down on any rough notebook or any rough page. Then click it with your mobile and send me the pictures on my WhatsApp number. That sir, my name is this, class this, and I have made these 5 question answers as you told in the video. So I will check it and I will reply you whether your question and answers are correct or is there any lacking. So for that, in question answers means the exercises which are given in the back side of the chapter, what we do, we are provided with some questions and we need to prepare answers. But the exercise, the homework which I am giving you is the reverse process of this. Reverse means just opposite to this. Now you are provided with the answers, means if you go through the chapter you will find the answers. Now what you need to do, you need to prepare the questions also. First you select any answer, then you prepare a question for it. This is just reverse to the exercise. That's why I am telling you that is the creativity of your English knowledge. Means if you apply your English knowledge and try to make the questions, answers are given, but you try to make the questions. In both way you need to prepare yourself, you need to learn the English language, that how to prepare the questions as well. Because some of the students, if they misunderstand the question, if they are not able to understand the question, they are writing the wrong answers. So try to learn the format of the questions. How do we form the questions? So like for that I am giving you some examples. Like come here and don't write those questions which are already given on the back side of your chapter. Don't write these questions. At least leave these questions because we need 5 new question and answers, some extra question answer. Okay, so try first, just like first we start here. Around the 4th century BCE, during the reign of the first Mauryan Emperor, I think we have done it. Okay, take any line. Finally, he summoned Chanakya and asked him for advice on how to be victorious. See these 3 lines. Now you can make the questions. Who summoned whom? Who summoned? Summoned means called. Who called whom and why? Who called to whom and why? That is the question you can make. So answer is the king Chandragupta summoned his Acharya Chanakya. Now the second half question, why? Why did he call him? So because he wanted the advice of his teacher on the topic that how to defeat his enemy or how to be victorious on the battlefield. How to be victorious. Victorious means winning. How to win the battle. So in this way your answers are given in the full chapter. Now you need to prepare at least 5 questions by your mind. Just like here, one more example. The rice was so hot that Chandragupta found it difficult to even pick up the rice, let alone eat it. In the attempt to eat the hot rice quickly, he burnt his fingers and mouth. Question: why did Chandragupta burnt his fingers and mouth? Why? Why did he burn his fingers and mouth? You can write the answer. He burnt, or the Chandragupta burnt his fingers and mouth because because the rice was so hot that it was very difficult to even pick up. Pick up means to take it towards mouth, up to mouth. That is called pick up, utha lena. So it is very difficult because the rice was so hot and he wanted to eat quickly. That's why he burnt his fingers and mouth. So likewise, you can note down some few five at least five question and answers. And if you are 30 students in the class, I think if each and every student is making five new questions, I think there would be 150 extra questions. Okay, but you need not to note down these question answers in your fair notebook or class notebook. You just note it down in your any homework notebook or rough notebook, then click a picture and send to me personally on my number so that I can check it and reply you. So this is for your creativity and this is for your homework. Okay, now the next exercise C is reference to the context type questions. Means one reference from the chapter, one or two lines from the chapter is given, and related to these two lines some questions are asked here. So how to solve these type of questions, that I will teach you in the next video. Okay, so till then you just note down, copy down all the question answer and explanation I am giving you in this video. You can go through this video again and again if you don't understand the answers. Okay, till then, take care, have a nice day.